Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And in this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Evercade, a handheld console with unique multi-game retro cartridges from leading game publishers and console platforms. This thing is not available yet, and there's still a lot of information that is to be determined. They haven't informed people on what's going on with the actual specs and what you can expect out of it, but let's take a look at what they have told people so far. There are going to be two different editions, a standard and a premium. The standard comes with one game cart for $80, and the premium comes with 3 game carts for $100. And what are they advertising here? Yours to keep forever. Well, I would hope so, because you buy it, you should own it. Ever expanding library. That one I would question, because if this is not successful, that's not necessarily true. I mean, anyone who's watched the Aladdin from the AVGN would know that you can write ever expanding library on anything. It doesn't mean you're actually going to have that. Officially licensed content. Okay, we'll see who is actually backing this. No internet required. That's actually a good selling point for people that are sick of connecting to the internet and updating. Celebrate the classics. That's not really a feature. That's just kind of an extra bullet point to throw in there. Collectible elements. Okay, I don't know if that means trophies will be included with this or what that actually means. It's not very specific. Connect to your TV via HDMI. That is actually one of the main selling points of this thing. Save your progress. Well, yeah, I would hope so. Again, one of those things that you would expect out of a modern device. Don't really need a bullet point for it, but okay. I'm glad you can save your progress and high scores. So you can enter your email here to be updated. I'm going to do that right now. info@smashjt.com. Notify me. Cool. Okay. Just announced the Atari Collection 1, officially licensed 20 game cartridge. Okay. Here we go. Atari whoring themselves out once again in the modern era. What do they got with this? Centipede, Adventure. Ooh. Alien Brigade, Asteroids, Missile Command. Okay, all the classics for the most part are here except for E.T. Yes, that's a joke. Confirmed publishers, Atari. Plus more to be announced soon. That is very concerning. I mean, Atari doesn't have a problem slapping their names on anything these days. And that is one game. They're selling the console as a premium edition, including 3 carts for $100, but only have announced 1 game cart and only confirmed 1 publisher so far. So unless the 3 game carts you get when you buy the $100 one are Atari Collection 1, 2, and 3, there's not much of a guarantee of anything else being attached to this currently. Let's check out the FAQ. Will you have major publishers on board? Yes, we already have several publishers on board. We will be announcing 3 this month, including 1 classic platform holder, with more to come. 1 classic platform holder. That's interesting. That could be a number of retro companies. What software emulation are you using? Where possible, we are working directly with the original software emulator developers to support them for their hard work and also ensure their emulation is accurately reflected on our hardware to deliver the best possible experience for you. We aim to share more information on this as we reveal more about the console. Now, that's one thing I did want to say about this thing that actually is the reason why I wanted to cover it. This thing could be used as the #1 emulation device out there if it has the proper specs for it. There are endless possibilities on what you'd be able to do with this thing, depending on how open source it is and what the mod scene behind it is. What will the game selection be like? Our focus has been quality and not quantity. While other retro platforms might be boasting thousands of games, Soulja Boy, we're talking about you, we have focused on signing major licenses, games which you will be excited to play and own. All killer, no filler. I mean, that's exciting. That's a lot of potential, lots of big marketing speak and PR. They could say whatever they want right now, but I want to see some action to back up the words that they're saying. Do I need an internet connection? Well, no. One of your bullet points already says that. No, our system has been designed with old school in mind. No school like old school. Everything you need is provided either on the console or the cartridge themselves. This guarantees no lag, and we all know how serious of an issue lag is for some of those classic retro games. Milliseconds count. No loss of connection, no setup, no signal black spots, play anywhere, anytime. I mean, that's good, but I actually prefer a console that does have a Wi-Fi connection so that you could, possibly download games or demos or try things out. So saying that it doesn't have an internet isn't necessarily a great thing. It's a money-saving thing. I mean, let's be honest here. But if you can just add games to it and the mod scene is good enough, then that's not a problem anyways. Why did you develop this? Why are we here? We're retro gamers. We're a team of passionate gamers who want to create a single platform for retro gamers to enjoy their favorite games. We haven't developed this because we saw a gap in the market. This is a project being developed with a passion. That's actually really good to hear and quite reassuring. When will it be available? 2019. We will announce our launch time frame this month. Okay, we are April 26th right now. I don't know if they're talking about April or when they're going to announce that, but how will it connect to a TV? HDMI. Will I be able to save my progress? Yes, most games will be able to take advantage of save states. Okay, good. Except for some of the old Atari games, because I wonder if save states are going to be a part of those. It kind of ruins the whole point of trying to get a high score, because you can just cheat your way to the top. Can I add my own games? Here we go. We want to create the ultimate retro gaming experience. To do this, we need to work with major license holders, and we have to protect their IP. However, we are also considering a publicly available development cartridge with SD card access for development and testing purposes, of course. I mean, okay, if they come out with this, that would completely break open the mod scene for this thing. And clearly, that's what they're going to need to do for this thing to be successful. So hopefully that happens. How big is the screen? 4.3 inches, same as a PSP for reference. Will I be able to change the screen ratio? Yes, there will be a range of options to select from. How is it powered? USB rechargeable battery, 4 to 5 hours of solid gameplay on battery alone. You can also play and charge if you want to play for as long as you can stay awake. What generation games will you support? Our console will play games from the most popular consoles of the 8-bit and 16-bit era. Okay, that's actually pretty exciting too. Can I use headphones? Yes. This console has stereo speakers as well as a 3.5mm. Take that, Apple headphones. Oh, a little jab at Apple removing the headphone slot on their phones. Okay, so this has a lot of potential. Not going to lie. I think the success lies in the balance of the mod scene, obviously. Because for a console like this, they're a dime a dozen. Depends on how well that D-pad works. It looks beautiful. I really like the style of this thing. The more I'm looking at it, the more I'm falling in love with it. Kind of pricey. $80 or $100, kind of pricey. Now, if it's not some cheap Chinese knockoff system, if it's actually high quality, long-lasting materials, the buttons are springy, the D-pad works well, I could see this thing actually being quite successful in the retro gaming community. It's something that I'm going to be keeping my eye on closely moving forward, and most likely we'll be picking one of these things up. So, yeah. That is the Evercade, and more information will be coming soon for it, but on the surface, looks pretty exciting. Not gonna lie, the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm like, I could see myself actually using this and playing it. And just the fact that you're able to plug in an HDMI and use it on a TV, it just, fills my head with thoughts of being able to go to a hotel and play it with friends there, things like that, but I wonder if it's gonna have a second controller adapter or Bluetooth, anything like that. They don't mention anything about that. So there's still a lot of questions to be answered with this. There are no specs released. We don't know what the GPU, CPU is on it and how fast it's going to be able to clock and all that fun stuff. But, I mean, if you're playing retro games, as long as they run smooth, that's the most important part. Anyways, that's where I'm going to leave the video, but let me know what you guys think about the Evercade, if it's something you'd be interested in, or if you think it's just going to turn into another junk on top of the pile of hundreds of thousands of playable retro game machines that seem to be coming out on a daily basis. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
Master Taste.